Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I've got nothing to do. It's Friday the 13th, which is the most unlucky day. Today's January 13th and it's a Friday. This was the day I was supposed to take my practical driving test. Time now is 9:30 a.m. and my test is scheduled at 1:35 this afternoon. But guess what? It's cancelled. So at 8:31 this morning, I haven't woken up yet from my beauty sleep. I received a call from an unknown number saying that they are this from DVSA and that my driving test today is cancelled. So of course it's an unknown number. Initially I didn't want to pick it up, but something told me it could be really important. It's probably some scammer and I'd like to play along. It did sound 80% legit. Because I was so shocked that it's going to be cancelled 5 hours before my actual test. I forgot to ask why it's being cancelled. All I asked them to do is to send me an email for a confirmation that it is indeed cancelled. And they said, yeah, after the phone call, they're going to send me an email. It took them more than 20 minutes to send the email. The sad thing is, I called my dad all the way from Barnstaple to come over because I need his car for the test. Poor guy was really disappointed when I told him the news. He just finished cleaning the car when I told him. So the first question that he asked was why? And I said, I have no idea. I'm just waiting for the email. And there it is, the email. So I received a text message and an email, and this is what they told me. So apparently the driving examiner is feeling unwell. So the driving examiner is sick. It sounds different when you say it that way. At the back of my mind, it's really unfortunate that they are sick, that they fell sick, that they're not feeling well. But isn't there any possibility that there's a reserved examiner maybe, or an alternate examiner for, just to go on with the test? But the fact that they have to cancel it means they can't find anyone, or maybe there really isn't any. Maybe there's only one examiner for the entire Yeovil driving center. Well, I'm not crying. I'm just having this runny nose because of the cold weather. I was walking outside a while ago. I can't help but feel annoyed with the news. I mean, I feel terrible that the driving examiner is unwell, but at the same time, this was a short-term goal for me. Like, I've been planning to have a full driver's license since last year. Like, I booked this exam last September, hoping that I could get a full license before February. That was my goal. And I had to reschedule several times because initially, the earliest date that I could find was April 2023. To meet my goal, I had to rebook and rebook until I have an earlier date, and the earliest I could find was January. And now that the day came, it got cancelled. So I haven't moved on yet. So what happened after receiving the email? They advised me to file for a refund for the expenses that I have incurred because of the short-term cancellation, which maybe happens to anybody. Maybe it happens often, especially now that everybody's going on strikes. So they sent me a link for the claim form, and I'm going to process it later because I need a few things like my dad's gas receipt from the gas station, because he has to fill up the car so he can go back to Barnstaple, and loss of earnings because my dad could have been working today but he didn't, because I need him to be with me, and especially his car. I need his car for the test. And well, same goes to me because I could have just worked today if it's not cancelled. So there, I'm gonna gather these documents and fill up the form, print it, and send it to this address that they instructed me to mail it to. So this afternoon I'm going to the post office and send the forms. I just feel like the earlier that I will accomplish this, the more convincing my claim would be. They might not refund anything at all. This is really inconvenient. The other things that I have to do now is to wait for my rescheduled exam. On the plus side, I didn't have to bother rescheduling because they did it for me. The only problem was my new test date is now April at 8:10 a.m. This will be the time when I will be starting my anesthetic course, which is not convenient. And 8 a.m. also not convenient because I'm not a morning person. I don't think I'll be able to drive that early. Oh, wait. What I'm thinking now is probably do what I did last year. Well, I'm going to visit the booking website and keep on looking for canceled tests, and I'm gonna grab that slot. You know, because sometimes learners would cancel their own tests because they feel they're not prepared, so I can take that slot. My only other concern is what if that day my dad isn't available, and that means the car won't be available, so I have nothing to use for my actual tests. So you might be asking, why can I not just use my instructor's car? The thing is, I didn't book any driving lessons because number one, it's really difficult to book one because everybody is full, everybody's busy. When I tried, the earliest lessons that I could have will be on February, and that's impossible because I need to have a full license before February. So you know, it doesn't work out. So yeah, and I don't think I want to spend more money for driving lessons just to have a car when in fact I've been driving several times now. I feel confident. That's why I was ready to have this test. So probably that's what I'm going to do. Keep on visiting the website, checking for any slots, and hope for the best. One of my friends suggested to use an app called Testy to hopefully find an earlier slot. I did try to use it, but it keeps on failing because of I don't know, some issues. Maybe it's saying timeout problem, whatever. I stopped using it because I got annoyed with it. I just gave up. Do I have to pay for the rescheduled exam? Thankfully no, because well, in the first place it's not my fault. Yeah, it's the other way around. They have to pay me back for any incurred expenses, and that's what I was going to do. So hopefully I could gather all the evidence and print out the form, go to the post office and send it as soon as possible. So that is how my day is going to be. I wonder what will I do. Probably I'll just check our work WhatsApp group and see if there's any hot shifts around, and I could just go back to work. But this time I could be still practicing down the road, waiting for my actual exam. Well, it won't happen. Thank you for watching this vlog. It's more like expressing my frustration, really, my feelings rather. I was just sharing how I felt with the way things turned out today, and it's not entirely positive. Alright, if you are a learner driver like me, good luck on your exams, and hopefully yours won't get cancelled. See you around. Bye bye.